So good day class, my name is Patricia Ayala, your instructor for today. So our lesson for today is the continuation of the topic applying safety measures in farm operations. So we are now focusing on the learning outcome number 3, which is to safe keep or dispose tools, materials, and outfit. So first, can someone explain and read what is on the slide? Okay, so very good. So cleaning, storing, and waste management is very important in farm procedures, specifically in disposing and safekeeping the tools, equipments, and outfits in the farm. So blades such as electric hedge trimmer, blades, hoe, shovel, and other metal surfaces can be sprayed with a lubricant oil. So there are many procedures in safekeeping and disposing the materials and outfit. And now let's talk about the general cleaning procedures. So the farmer and our farm workers are responsible for cleaning must adhere as much as possible to the following procedures. And I want someone to read and can share what do you understand on the said procedures. So first is, okay, yes. Okay, that's very good. What about next? So very good. So it is important to be properly trained on cleaning procedures. What about next? So developing a cleaning program and schedule according to the recommended frequency in the cleaning program should be monitored to ensure its effectiveness. What about next? Yes? Yes. Cleaning must not take place while fresh vegetables are being harvested, packed, handled, and stored. Next. Yes, the water that is used for cleaning must be safe. What about next? Okay, very good. So the cleaning of equipment, tools, and containers must take place in the designated area away from the field and the storage of the agricultural inputs and fresh vegetables. What about the next? Yes, it is. When using cleaning and disinfection chemicals, the farmer or the farm workers must become familiar with the instruction use of these products. Can you read the next, please? Okay, it is strictly adhere to all precautionary statement and mixing instruction. And the last one. Okay, very good. Protect equipment, tools, containers, and fresh vegetables when working with any chemicals. So next is the cleaning of reusable containers. So the farmer and or farm workers are responsible for cleaning reusable containers. And what are those procedures that must be taken? Can someone read and explain what is on the slide? Okay. It is important to remove as much as possible plant debris, soil, and other residues of any kind. You can use a brush or appropriate tool when necessary. Okay. The next one. Yes, to inspect containers for physical damage which might injure, spoil, and contaminate fresh vegetables. If found, repair them. What about the next? So we must also inspect containers for any misplant debris, soil, and residues. If found, we must reclean it. Can you please read the next? So if cleaning or disinfection chemicals are used, follow label instruction for mixing. What about the next one? Okay, very good. We must rinse containers with clean water. Okay, the next one. Yes, when possible, containers should be placed in the full sun for rapid drying. What about the next one? Store reusable containers properly to avoid contamination. That is correct. So next is the cleaning equipment, tools, and garbage cans. The farm or farm workers is responsible for cleaning the equipments. For example, the tables, racks, plastic sheet, or etc. Or such as tools like secateurs, knives, brushes, and etc. also. And garbage can must adhere as much as possible to the following procedures. What are those procedures? Can someone read it, explain what is on the slide? Okay, very good. So, so it is important to remove as much as possible plant debris, soil, and residues of any kind. Use brush or another appropriate tool when necessary. And the next one is inspect equipment, tools, and garbage cans for any missed plant debris, soil, and residues if found. Clean again. So the next one, can you please read and explain? Very good. If cleaning and or disinfection chemicals are used, we must follow the label instruction for mixing. What about the next one? Yes, as required, applying cleaning materials such as detergent and or disinfection chemicals to ensure that no spots are missed. The next one. Yes, we must rinse with safe water because if there are parts of the equipment that cannot be rinsed with water, we can also use the clean wet towel and follow the same procedures for cleaning. The next one. Very good. That is to ensure that small equipment and tools do not touch the ground floor after cleaning procedures. So the next one, can you please read? Very good. When possible, we must place in the full sun for rapid drying. And the last one, can you please read and explain? Yes, it is. We must store equipment and tools properly to avoid contamination. Next is the cleaning areas for handling and storing fresh produce. The farmer and our farm workers are responsible for cleaning these areas and must adhere as much as possible to the following procedures. What are those? Can you please read the first one? Yes, unplug any electrical equipment and if possible, cover with plastic electrical motors, electrical boxes, connection, light fixtures, and etc. So the next one, can you please read? Very good, that exactly it is. And the third one? Yes, very good. And the next one? Very well said. The next one? Very good. So, and the next one? Yes, that is exactly the information. The next one? Yes, after scrubbing areas with cleaning materials, we can rinse the surface areas as described previously. Wash out drains and be careful not to flash water onto equipment. And the last one, can you please read? Okay, very good. So that is all the cleaning areas for handling and storing fresh produce. So now we are going to talk about the cleaning of the hygienic facilities. The farm workers are responsible for cleaning hygienic facilities and must adhere as much as possible to the following procedures. So what are those? Can you please read and explain? Okay, very good. So we must pick up trash from the floors and put in a trash can. The next one. Okay, by using the proper detergent with clean toilets, sinks, and any other fixtures. The next one, okay, using low pressure water, rinse the entire floor surface to remove any soil buildup if cleaning. Okay, next, if cleaning and or disinfection chemicals are used, we must follow label instruction for mixing. The next one, yes, as required, we must apply cleaning materials or disinfection chemicals. The next one, can you please read and explain? Yes, we must rinse the floor and drain. The next one, yes, we must also remove excess water and allow drying out at room temperature. The last one, can you please read? Very good. We must ensure that hygienic facilities have enough toilet paper, soap, and disposables towel. So next is the technique in storing chemicals. Can someone please read and explain? Okay, that's very good. Chemicals are used on the farm, so we must know the tips and technique in storing them. So now let us move on the safe management of chemicals. So what are the safe managements of chemicals? Can you please name and read and explain? Okay, the first one is the correct labeling and packaging. Thank you. The next one, very good. The provision of material safety data sheets or MSDS. Okay, the next one, yes, the safe transport, storage, use, and disposals of substance. So, very good. So, next is the labeling and packaging of chemicals. So, chemicals must be supplied in packages that are correctly labeled and suitable for the substance. Information provided on the label will depend on the type of substance and the risk associated with it. What are the items should we look for? The first one, yes, very good. The signals, words such as caution, caution, or dangerous. The next one, yes, it is the dangerous goods or ADG diamond. The next one, yes, the risk phrases describing the type of health effects such as it can irritate your skin and safety phrases stating precaution for safe handling. So, all of you are correct and it is well explained. So, next, let us talk about the importance of the containers to remain labeled. Can you please read and explain? Yes, the farmer must ensure that the original labels remain on containers of substances because if the substances is poured into a second container such as spray tank, then the container must be labeled with the product's name and appropriate risks and safety phrases. So, there are good reasons for ensuring that the proper containers and appropriate labels are used. What are those? So, very good. The using of food containers to store poisons can result in poisoning due to accidental swallowing. The next one, yes, very good. The insurance companies may question liability. And the next one, yes, produce cannot be exported if maximum residue limits are exceeded. Okay, very good. So now let us move on the material safety data sheets. So can you please read and explain? So materials and safety data sheets must be produced by the manufacturer or importer of hazardous substance. The next one, can you please read and explain? Yes, the MSDS is not just a piece of paper. It provides important and useful advice about what is in the product. Okay, the next one. Yes, the farmers must obtain the MSDS from their supplier and keep them in a register where they are available to people. So, the next one is, okay, very good. The register is a collection of the MSDS and other information which can be kept in a folder, filing in a cabinet, or other practical systems. And the last one, can you please read and explain? Thank you, very good. The register can be kept in the house, workplace, or the chemical store as long as it remains accessible to emergency service personnel and any employees. Next, we are going to talk about the storage and transport of chemicals. Can you please read and explain? Very good. Safe storage of farm chemical is needed to protect them from the elements, restrict access to them, to prevent contamination of the environment, food or livestock, and ensure the separation from other incompatible chemicals. The next one. Yes, after considering the potential risk to people's health or to the environment, a farmer might decide that a log shed with a roof and concrete floor, which is bounded to contain any fuels, is the best way to provide safe storage. The next one. Very good. Remember, you should never store oxidizing agents with fuels. That is, never store substances labeled yellow diamond with a red diamond because they are different. The next one. Yes, the safe transporting of farm chemicals depends on what the substance is, how much there is, where is to be transported, and what else is to be transported with it. So now let us talk about disposal of farm chemicals. Can you please read and explain? Yes. Prior to disposal of empty containers, we must wash the container out 3 times and use the rinse water to dilute further batches of the chemicals toward the working strength. The next one. Yes, to wash the container, you don't need to fill it each time. If you only have 6 liters of water, it is more efficient. So, now let's talk about the environmental laws. Can you please read and explain each slide? Okay, so Presidential Decree or PD 1152, or what we call the Philippine Environmental Code, which took effect in 1977, provides a basis for an integrated waste management regulations. The next one. Very good. PD 1152 has further mandated specific guidelines to manage municipal waste. So, in 1990, the Philippine Congress enacted the Toxic Substance, Hazardous, and Nuclear Wastes Control Act, commonly known as Republic of RA 6969. So, the next one. Yes, it is the RA 6969 is mandates control and management of import, manufacture, process, distribution, use, transport, treatment, and disposal of toxic substances. Okay, what about next? Very good. Apart from the basic policy rules and regulation of RA 6969, hazardous waste management must also comply with the requirements of other specific environmental. Okay, that is the end of my discussion. Now for your activity, in your notebook, please enumerate the following. Number 1 is, can you please give the 2 tips in cleaning equipment, tools, and garbage cans that I had discussed earlier. The next is the 2 tips in cleaning areas for handling and storing fresh produce. The next one is the tips in cleaning hygienic facilities, and the fourth one is the four environmental laws. So now let us check it. Please exchange papers with your seatmates. Okay, so that is the end of my part. Thank you, and may God always bless you.